Stop everything because in this fictional, dramatized leak story, Claressa Shields just stepped into the spotlight and lit a match under hip-hop's messiest love triangle. No sources say, no blurry parking lot video. A direct public reveal that hit like a siren at midnight. Claressa claims Papoose is her baby daddy, and the moment those words landed, the room didn't cheer, it froze. Cameras snapped, phones lifted. Legends turned their heads like they'd just heard a gun cock. And somewhere off to the side, Remy Ma allegedly lost her grip on composure in real time, because this wasn't just a relationship update. This was a paternity bomb with receipts, whispers, and a timeline that doesn't want to stay quiet. Backstage, a producer allegedly screamed, "Cut the mics," while a hot mic kept rolling. On Twitter, the hashtags multiplied like wildfire. Number Baby Daddy Gate. Number Remy Crash Out. Number Papoose Exposed. Fan pages began posting leaked screenshots of messages, and a so-called audio clip surfaced that sounded like a confession until it vanished minutes later. And here's the part that makes this feel too hot for TV. Insiders claim this reveal wasn't accidental. It was timed. A calculated strike, meant to corner Remy with the world watching, forcing her to react on cue. Because once the baby daddy claim is out, the next question isn't, is it true? It's who knew first, and who's about to get destroyed when the real proof drops. They say there's one envelope, one ultrasound timestamp, one chain of DMs that will either crown a family or end one tonight forever. In this fictional, sensational gossip universe, the first crack in the dam wasn't Claressa's announcement, it was the whisper that she'd been sitting on proof for months, waiting for the loudest moment to open her hand. According to a so-called insider who worked the event, and swears they signed nothing but a vendor badge, Claressa arrived with a small black folder tucked under her arm, like it was a title belt. Not a purse, not a clutch, a folder. The kind people carry when they're about to win in public. Papoose walked beside her wearing that calm face men wear when they think the storm will respect them. He smiled for the lenses, posed for the flash, and kept his phone's screen down like it was hiding a heartbeat. Then Claressa leaned into a mic at a step and laughed once, and dropped the line that allegedly nuked the whole night. "Y'all keep asking who he is to me. That's my baby daddy." No pause. No softening. Just a sentence with teeth. The crowd didn't scream. They staggered. A nearby publicist allegedly choked on air and muttered, "Oh my God, Remy's here." Because yes, Remy Ma was in the building, dressed like survival, eyes sharp, posture perfect, pretending she didn't feel the temperature change. Cameras, like vultures with ring lights, pivoted toward her the second the words left Claressa's mouth. A fan livestream caught the exact micro-expression. Remy's smile slipped for half a second, then snapped back like a mask slapped on. Within 60 seconds, Twitter became a courtroom. People posted old photos, old captions, old innocent comments under boxing highlights. Someone pulled a screenshot of Papoose liking a Claressa training clip at 2:17 a.m. and called it the beginning. Someone else posted a blurry photo of a hoodie in a gym parking lot and swore it was him. Accounts with names like Truth Uppercut and Bronx Receipts started threading timelines like they were stitching a wound. Then, the first leak hit. A screenshot allegedly from Claressa's private messages. "I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not raising my child in the shadows." It looked real enough to start fights, fake enough to start doubts, and that's the magic of scandal. Belief moves faster than verification. 10 minutes later, an audio clip appeared, labeled Hot Mic. Allegedly Claressa, telling someone, "He already knows what he is to me. Let her keep acting." The clip vanished, returned, vanished again, and every deletion made people scream louder. Backstage, in this fictional retelling, the energy turned predatory. A floor manager allegedly told camera ops to stay wide, catch reactions. A producer begged, "Don't let Remy leave." Someone else snapped, "If she leaves, follow." Remy's team noticed. One assistant allegedly tried to block a lens with her hand, and the cameraman shifted angles like he'd practiced chasing pain. Remy didn't explode immediately. She did something scarier. She went still. Her jaw tightened. Her eyes went glassy. Not with tears, but with calculation. Then a woman from Claressa's camp walked past, smirking. And that's when the fuse finally touched flame. Remy allegedly stood up so fast, her chair scraped like a warning. She walked 3 steps toward the aisle, stopped, and whispered something that a nearby mic allegedly caught. "So we lying on babies now?" That whisper detonated its own hashtag. Number lying in babies trended in under an hour. Fans split into factions at warp speed. Team Remy screamed setup. Team Claressa screamed truth. Team Chaos screamed post the receipts. Celebrities joined the dogpile with vague shade. A singer tweeted, "Don't weaponize motherhood." A comedian posted, "This is why I don't sit front row." And a reality star wrote, "Somebody call the group chat." Then the confrontation happened, allegedly. Not on stage, not in the seats, but in a hallway, under a glowing exit sign, like fate had a lighting budget. A security guard, codenamed Sam, claimed Remy stormed toward the backstage corridor, and Claressa followed, calm as a fighter walking to the ring. Papoose trailed behind them, expression tight, as if he'd already lost control of the narrative. In this dramatized account, Remy didn't scream at first. She spoke low, deadly, controlled. "You want to do this in public? Cool. Tell them the date. Tell them the timeline. Tell them where you were when you told me you were working." Claressa allegedly laughed. The kind of laugh that says she came prepared. And replied, "I'll tell it all. You won't like the parts with your own screenshots." That line made Remy's eyes flash. The air thickened. A makeup artist nearby claimed she heard the word ultrasound, and then heard something even worse: DNA. Suddenly, the baby daddy claim wasn't gossip, it was a legal threat in heels. A publicist reportedly rushed in and tried to separate them. But Claressa stepped sideways like she'd been trained for chaos. "Don't touch me," she allegedly said, and the room obeyed. Back on social media, a new receipt dropped like a brick, a supposed screenshot of a text thread with Papoose saving Claressa as CS, and writing, "We can't do this messy." "Not yet." Another message read, "I'll handle it." Fans circled the word "yet" like it was blood. Remy supporters called it fake. Claressa supporters called it confirmation. Papoose's fans went silent, because loyalty looks different when it's cornered. Then the worst possible clip went viral. A 2-second video of Remy in the hallway, lifting her hand like she might swing. The clip cut before impact. People argued for hours whether she was fixing her hair or loading a slap. The internet chose violence and declared it a near fight. Blogs ran with it. Commentators screamed, "Crash out!" Remy's team tried to get it taken down. The takedown failed. The loop became a meme. Pain became content. In this fictional chaos, Papoose finally spoke, but not to the public. He allegedly grabbed his phone, stepped into a corner, and recorded a voice note that later leaked to a T-page. In it, a man who sounded like him said, "Stop posting. Stop tagging me. I'm handling my family." The word family landed like a grenade. Which family? The one in the seats? Or the one in the rumor? Minutes later, Claressa posted a single captionless photo. Her hand on her stomach, Papoose's hand over hers. No faces. Just a statement made with skin. The internet screamed. Remy's fans melted down. Someone claimed the photo had a timestamp. Someone else claimed it was old. A blogger swore it was taken that night in a private dressing room, with the door guarded. Remy's response came like a blade unsheathed. In this dramatized retelling, she didn't type paragraphs. She went live for 12 seconds, eyes blazing, and said, "Y'all better stop playing with my name. I got receipts too." Then she ended the live. No explanation, no context, just a threat. And as the screen went dark, one last notification hit. A major T-page teased, tomorrow morning. The audio Remy didn't want you to hear. And that's where the night ended, not with applause, but with everyone realizing the next drop wouldn't be a rumor, it would be a recording. Sources claim the file is labeled nursery, and it's already in 3 inboxes. By sunrise in this fictional saga, the internet wasn't asking if the baby daddy claim was true, it was asking who planned the rollout like a season finale. A supposed BET staffer with a burner account, Q-Card Carmen, claimed there was a run of show note that read, "Hold on Remy," after reveal. People laughed until another leak appeared, a blurry photo of a monitor wall with a camera label that seemed to say, "Remy React." Whether it was real or not didn't matter. The feeling that the heartbreak was being filmed on purpose became the story. Remy still hadn't posted a full statement, and that silence became a megaphone. Fans treated every minute like a countdown to war. And then, at 9:04 a.m., a screenshot allegedly hit a group chat from Claressa's circle. "He's tired of hiding. Today we finish it." 2 minutes later, Papoose's account liked a random motivational quote about new beginnings. The internet lost its mind. It looked like confirmation. It looked like coordination. It looked like an unspoken confession. Then the alleged audio Remy didn't want you to hear dropped, and it dropped cruelly. Not on a major platform, on a small T page that posts at odd hours and never explains sources. The clip was under 10 seconds, a woman who sounded like Remy saying, "You're not gonna play hero while I'm the villain." The caption claimed it was recorded during that hallway confrontation. The audio spread like wildfire, then got copyright struck, then re-uploaded with pitch shifts, then stitched into remixes. People begged for the full version like it was oxygen. Claressa's camp responded with the kind of confidence that reads as dangerous. In this dramatized retelling, she reposted a fan edit of herself walking in slow motion with the word truth flashing over her head. The comments turned into a battlefield. Remy supporters called it provocation. Claressa supporters called it power. A celebrity blogger added gasoline by claiming, "I've seen the sonogram." No proof. Just a sentence. But the internet doesn't require proof to riot. Now the so-called insiders came out in herds. Gym gossip Geo. Claiming to work at a training facility, alleged Papoose had been showing up at Claressa's gym for months. Always arriving after dark. Always leaving before sunrise. Another source, Dressing Room D, claimed she saw a pediatric book in Claressa's bag weeks ago and thought it was a gift for someone else. Suddenly, a children's book became evidence. That's how scandal works. The ordinary becomes suspicious, and every detail becomes a dagger. Meanwhile, Remy's fan base split into factions like a cracked mirror. One side screamed that Remy was being set up, exploited, humiliated for ratings. Another side insisted Remy started it and now had to watch karma do cartwheels in HD. A third faction focused on Papoose, calling him the true villain for letting women fight while he stayed quiet and holy. The hashtags multiplied. Number protect Remy. Number Team Claressa. Number Papoose played it. Number Baby Daddy Gate. Twitter Spaces ran like 24/7 emergency rooms for gossip. Then the fake but believable leaked messages hit harder. A screenshot allegedly from Papoose to Claressa. "If she goes public, I'm done pretending." Another screenshot allegedly from Remy to Papoose. "If you embarrass me, I'll embarrass you." People argued about fonts, timestamps, iPhone bubbles. Nobody agreed, but everyone shared. And every share turned speculation into smoke. In the middle of the chaos, a new twist landed. A cease and desist rumor. Screenshots of a legal letter began circulating, claiming Remy's team demanded Claressa remove defamatory statements and insinuations regarding paternity. The letter looked official enough to scare people, fake enough to mock, and either way, it made the story feel real. Claressa's supporters laughed it off. Remy's supporters called it protection. Lawyers on TikTok began breaking it down, turning the scandal into content inside content. But the real escalation happened when a paparazzi-style video surfaced of Papoose leaving a building with his hoodie up, moving fast, refusing questions. In this fictional narrative, someone shouted, "Is it yours?" And the camera caught him stopping for half a second before walking again. That pause became everything. Fan edits looped it with dramatic music. Commentators claimed you can see guilt in a pause. Papoose didn't respond, and silence gave the pause a pulse. Then Claressa went live. In this fictional retelling, she didn't rant. She smiled like someone who'd already rehearsed the punchline. She said, "I'm not the one who needs to lie. I'm not the one with a story to protect. I said what I said." Then she looked off camera, as if someone was standing there, and added, "And yes, he knows." The chat exploded. The live got clipped into 1,000 versions. 1,000,000 people screamed, "Who is he?" like they didn't already know. Claressa didn't say his name on the live, but she didn't have to. The silence around the name was the name. Remy's reaction, according to inside sources, was volcanic. One alleged friend claimed Remy threw her phone so hard it cracked and then laughed one of those laughs that means the tears are waiting. Another claimed she locked herself in a studio booth and demanded a beat. That sounds like a courtroom and a funeral. A third claimed Remy called a lawyer, then called a producer, then called someone from the network, and said one sentence, "You filmed me on purpose," and the network panic supposedly began. A rumored internal memo spread saying, "Do not engage, do not confirm, do not deny." That memo, of course, only convinced people there was something to deny. A producer's assistant allegedly leaked that the camera team was told to stay on Remy for 2 full beats whenever Claressa spoke. 2 beats. That phrase became a meme. It became a symbol. It became the proof fans wanted, even if it wasn't proof at all. Then a new leak dropped that made the story feel lethal. A supposed screenshot of a calendar invite labeled "Private Appointment US." The screenshot blurred the location, but the caption claimed it was an ultrasound appointment. The internet turned savage. People started counting months backward. People dragged old photos and circled waistlines. People compared outfits to dates like detectives hunting pain. Celebrities began reacting louder. A rapper tweeted, "Don't announce babies for clout." A boxer posted, "Keep family off the internet." A talk show host wrote, "Y'all need group therapy and a mute button." Even then, no one said names, because names are lawsuits. But everybody knew whose names were being avoided. By that night, Remy finally posted one line, "I'm not your storyline." That single sentence exploded across platforms, getting captioned over slow-motion clips of her walking out, edited with thunder sounds, turned into merch, turned into prophecy. Claressa responded with 2 words, "Too late." Papoose stayed silent. Insiders claim Remy's team demanded the raw hallway footage, but were told it doesn't exist, even as a camera assistant was seen copying files to a flash drive. The contradiction alone sent conspiracy threads into orbit overnight. And then, at exactly 11:11 p.m., the T-Page posted a teaser that made the entire internet hold its breath. "Tomorrow, the voicemail, where he says what he can't say on camera." The post included a waveform screenshot and one chilling caption, "Call me back, she's pregnant." The next day in this fictional sensational universe, the voicemail hit like a siren through a sleeping city. It wasn't posted cleanly. It was dripped in fragments. Like someone wanted the world frantic. The clip began with breathing, then a voice that sounded like Papoose, saying, "Call me back," followed by a pause heavy enough to bruise. Then came the line that turned gossip into panic, "She's pregnant." The internet erupted so fast servers stuttered. People didn't ask, "Is this real?" They asked, "Which pregnant?" Because the scandal had already grown teeth. Remy's silence shattered the second the voicemail went viral. In this dramatized retelling, she posted a video with no music and no filters, eyes glossy, voice calm in the way people get right before a breakdown. "I'm not going to fight a fighter," she said, and everyone thought she meant Claressa's fists. Then she continued, "I'm going to fight with facts." That line became a headline. That line became a threat. Within hours, A new round of insider leaks flooded the timeline. A supposed friend of Remy, Harlem Hush, claimed Remy had a binder of screenshots, flight confirmations, and dates that would make the baby daddy timeline impossible. Another alleged source, Camp Corner K, claimed Claressa had already told her team the paternity question was not a question. And a third, divorce draft Dante, claimed Papoose had quietly filed paperwork and begged Remy to keep it private, but she refused because she didn't want to be the villain again. Then the public confrontation happened allegedly, not on a stage, but on a live stream that felt like a courtroom where the judge is the comment section. In this fictional narrative, Claressa went live again, jaw set, eyes sharp, and said, "Y'all keep asking for proof, like I owe strangers my uterus. I said what I said." But then she did something reckless. She held up a document, blurred but recognizable in shape, and said, "The truth is already on paper." The camera zoomed accidentally, and fans swore they saw a date. Then the stream ended. Then the clip got deleted. Then it got reposted. And the internet started hunting for the blur like it was buried treasure. Remy's fans went feral. They demanded she respond. They demanded she expose him. They demanded she burn the whole thing down. And then Remy posted a screenshot, just one cropped tight. It was a text allegedly from Papoose reading, "I'm coming home," with a timestamp that didn't match the nights Claressa's camp claimed he was with her. The internet screamed, "Gotcha," and "fake" at the same time. The comments became a riot. Claressa responded within minutes. "Post the full thread." Remy replied with one word. "Bet." That word felt like a gun being loaded. That's when the diss track rumors became a countdown. Studio scout Sienna resurfaced, claiming Remy recorded 3 songs in one night and refused to leave until the engineer promised no leaks. Then, ironically, a leak appeared anyway. A 10-second snippet of a beat with a choir and a voice that sounded like Remy saying, "You don't get to rewrite me." The snippet spread like smoke. DJs teased it, influencers danced to it, lawyers warned about it, and Claressa's camp allegedly panicked, not because of bars, but because music turns feelings into evidence people remember. The network got dragged deeper. People demanded BET release raw footage. BET stayed silent. Silence made them guilty by vibe. A sponsor allegedly pulled a promotional tweet after getting flooded with, "Stop profiting off pain." A talk show teased, exclusive interviews. And the internet begged them not to sanitize it. Everybody wanted the unfiltered truth, even though the story itself was fictionalized into a spectacle. Then the most dramatic twist hit, an alleged paternity test demand. A fake-looking screenshot circulated claiming Remy's team requested a public confirmation of paternity to end online speculation. Another screenshot claimed, Claressa's team replied, "We will not perform medical theater for entertainment." That phrase medical theater went viral because it sounded too intelligent to be a random fan. People started believing there were real teams behind the screenshots, moving chess pieces while the audience screamed. Papoose finally broke his silence, sort of. In this dramatized story, he posted a black screen with white text. "Respect my child. No names. No denial. No confirmation. Just, my child." The internet combusted. He said "my child," trended in minutes. Remy's fans called it humiliation. Claressa's fans called it a victory lap. Neutral observers called it the messiest soft confirmation in award show history. Remy allegedly lost it after that post. A source claimed she screamed, then went quiet, then started laughing again. The laugh of someone watching their life become a meme. Another source claimed she called Papoose and left a voicemail. "You don't get to do this to me on the internet." That voicemail allegedly leaked too, because in this universe, nothing stays private. The clip showed a woman sobbing, then suddenly steady, saying, "I will show them everything." The word everything landed like a guillotine. Claressa responded with pure fighter energy. She posted training footage, gloves snapping, captioned, I don't run. Fans interpreted it as a threat. Remy's supporters interpreted it as intimidation. The comments section begged them not to fight physically, but the internet also secretly wanted it, because the internet is sick. After the deletion, chaos got a second wind. Screen recordings surfaced, but each version sounded slightly different. And that only deepened the paranoia. People swore the missing seconds contained a name, a date, a location, something that could flip the entire story from scandal to catastrophe. A so-called tech editor posted a slowed waveform claiming you could hear Claressa say, "Tell them about the contract," while another insisted the voice was Remy saying, "You signed." Suddenly, the word contract became a new villain, because contracts mean planning, and planning means the pain was scheduled. Then an email leak appeared, subject line, talent appearance plus family segment. It listed 3 names blurred in black marker, and people decided the blurs were the proof. The internet began mapping who sat where, who walked where, who hugged who, like conspiracy was a sport. Remy's supporters demanded the network release the camera logs. Claressa's supporters demanded Remy stop acting shocked. Papoose's supporters begged everyone to think of the child. And the comments responded with one brutal truth: the child became a headline before it became a human right now. Late that night, the T page dropped the biggest tease yet. A full, uncut recording from the hallway, supposedly capturing Papoose saying, "I didn't mean for this to go public tonight," and Remy replying, "You meant for me to be quiet forever." The page posted a timestamp and promised the audio at midnight. Midnight hit. The link appeared. Thousands clicked. The audio began with footsteps, then voices. Then a sudden loud thud like something hit a wall. The clip cut immediately after one sentence that made everyone's stomach drop. "The baby isn't the only secret." And right as the internet tried to replay it, the post was deleted. If you're still here, you already know this kind of story doesn't cool off. It gets edited, sanitized, and replaced with a softer version the moment the internet stops watching. That's why you can't treat this like background noise. In this fictional, dramatized leak-style saga, every like pushes this conversation back onto the timeline where it can't be quietly buried. Every comment becomes a receipt that the public saw what it saw, heard what it heard, and refused to pretend otherwise. So do it right now. Hit like, because the algorithm only respects heat. Drop a comment, and tell me who you believe is controlling the narrative. Claressa, Remy, Papoose, or the machine filming heartbreak for clicks. And subscribe, because the next leak won't arrive politely. It'll drop at a random hour, disappear in minutes, and the only people who catch it will be the ones already locked in. Most importantly, share this with someone who still thinks celebrity drama is just jokes, because this is exactly how reputations get rewritten in real time. One clip, one caption, one deleted post. And suddenly the truth belongs to whoever shouted first. Don't let that happen. Stay connected, stay loud, and keep your notifications on, because if that deleted audio really said what people think it said, the next reveal won't just shock the internet, it'll change the entire story overnight.